Okay, take number 31. Hi, I'm Bill, and welcome to what is the relaunch of a channel that I created some 3 years ago, which I had named Fuji Vagabond. It was going to be focused on my Fuji XT system, X system cameras, and where I was going to go into technical details and all that stuff, but it's going to be a little bit different now. And I've renamed that channel Bill Poplawski Photography. The reason I've kicked this channel off is because I wanted to start shooting some Milky Way content. And I didn't, first I thought, okay, Milky Way, astrophotography, but then I said, okay, maybe this is more landscape, skyscape, nightscape type stuff. So originally I was going to put it on Astro Vagabond, but then I decided against it. So that's why we're really now going to just put that content here on Bill Poplawski Photography. Again, the initial content that'll be going up will be around capturing a panorama of the Milky Way using this rig from Fanotec. It's part of their Nodal Ninja line. And so, what other content may go up here? At one time, prior to COVID, I had a studio in my home. I wanted to learn and teach myself how to do portrait photography using studio lighting. So I bought a bunch of gear, and here you'll see monolights, monolight, light modifiers, reflectors, and so I invested in all this equipment to teach myself how to do studio photography. Studio photography is very controlled. You control all the lighting. It's really pretty cool. It's very repeatable, but you do need to find models. And so I was able to do that. And the way I did that was basically giving away my work for what is referred to as time for print. If a model would come in and pose for me, then I would give them digital copies of some of the shots taken during the photo session. That worked out pretty well, and right near the end, I was starting to get where people were willing to pay me, and then COVID hit, and then I basically shut down the studio, and that brought me into astrophotography. So, why not go stand out in the middle of the desert when nobody's around you, social distancing and all that. But anyway, Bill Poplawski Photography is going to be, again, initially focused on landscape, uh, Milky Way type content. And we have our first trip, Lori and I, we have a camper van, which I used to use to go to the desert towards the new moon period when I had my two telescopes. Those two telescopes are now in a remote observatory. It's called Starfront Observatories in Rockwood, Texas. And so, I guess I'm getting antsy and I want to get out in the field again. So this will be a way for Lori and I to travel and try to capture nightscapes and even just general landscape panoramas using this rig as I learn how to use it. So Bill Poplawski Photography. It's going to be a blend. Initially, the Milky Way type stuff, nightscapes, those type of things. Then general panoramas of landscapes. I'm sure in the daytime in Monument Valley there'll be an opportunity, and if we go up to Bryce, other parts of Utah, there'll be some opportunities to try to capture panoramas during the daytime. Again, leveraging the capabilities of what this rig can do. And in a future video, I will share with you how I set it up and everything. What what you really need to be able to do is establish what they call the no parallax point, or also referred to as the nodal point. And I'll get into that a little bit in future videos. And then I can even see this channel where I maybe wind up with a move and shoot device or a star tracker, something that'll follow the Milky Way as it starts to straighten up later in the year. And you know, I want to take multiple exposures and stack them. Maybe I'll get into that. And so this channel is going to be about me learning or teaching myself using books and videos from others to try to perfect my technique in capturing Milky Way landscape type images. And I just want to give a quick shout out. This video here on my Astro Vagabond channel, this gentleman Sam Groth, he actually gives classes in how to do what I want to do. Now, nothing against Sam, I'm sure he's a fine teacher, but for me, part of the fun is learning the hard way by just trying to do it, running into failures, and then you have to fix your failure, you have to figure out what went wrong, and for me, that's an enjoyable experience. Clearly, I had a lot of failures trying to learn deep sky object imaging, so you know, I'm sure I will run into failures trying to use some of the equipment that I'll be putting together for doing nightscape photography, and as well as daytime photography as well. So I'll probably do some portrait photography outdoors. I want to teach myself how to do in uncontrolled lighting, how to do portraits. Again, in the studio, it's pretty easy. You develop a formula, you apply the formula, everything just kind of works out. So so there'll be a little bit of that content. I'll probably even bring in. I have video cameras that I use to make these videos that I produce and publish up on YouTube for our Bill and Lori retired, or Lori and Bill retired channel, our as another YouTube channel that we have for this channel and for Astro Vagabond. So I'll bring some of that content in, audio type stuff. We have different types of audio devices. So if you want to do YouTube videos, maybe some of the information around the audio devices we use might be helpful to you. So this channel will be a mix of content, but initially it's going to be focused around using this device here to capture Milky Way panoramas over the next couple of months, and then skyscapes after that. So I think it's going to be a good general photography type channel. Hopefully, again, I'm not going to teach you anything. I'm sure I'll entertain you probably at times when I make mistakes, because I'll show the good with the bad, or the bad with the good. But you might just learn something through my efforts to teach myself that could be helpful to you if you have an interest in these different areas of photography. So I'll be happy to share it. So, all right, well, thanks again for dropping into the video. You might want to check out Bill Poplawski Photography. You might want to hit that subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell. And I would imagine over the next few weeks, as Lori and I get out into the field on our first trip to Monument Valley, you'll start to see some content come up. And I might even try and find a model that'll work with me to come onto YouTube and kind of show what the studio experience is like, how you work with a model, how does the model react to the photographer, what's important to a model when it comes to the photographer, and those type of things, what those relationships are like. So that might be fun, and so we'll see. Maybe we'll get a little bit creative. But But yeah, Bill Poplawski Photography, Fanotec Nodal Ninja equipment initially, Fuji X-T4 camera, Rokinon 12 millimeter manual focus lens. That is going to be the initial content up front, and then we see where it goes from there. And again, if you're a photographer and want to do an interview with me and share your technique and those type of things, be happy to do that, and you can share your channel and those type of things, but we'll see where it goes. All right, well, thank you for dropping into the channel. I just wanted to share a little bit about where I'm headed when it comes to general photography with a focus on the Milky Way and nightscapes. And again, if you think you might be interested in that kind of content, I would really appreciate your subscription. And as always, check out the video description. You'll find links as well as our affiliate marketing links in the video descriptions. And it's a great way to support the channel at no additional cost to you. So, all right, thanks for stopping in. And if you have a camera, let me know. And, you know, what I tell people, because I know some that have cameras, you know, maybe more. I mean, everyone almost seems to have a phone camera, but if you got one of these, don't let it collect dust on your shelf. Get out and use it. You might surprise yourself what you can create using that type of camera these days. But I think the best camera is a camera that you have, and cell phone photography is really fantastic these days. But I enjoy this type of photography because I can do a little bit more with a range of different lenses and those type of things, which I'll hope to highlight on this channel going forward. So, all right, thanks again. Till next time.